Hello, and welcome to Marias Pass in HO Scale. In a second, we'll continue with another installation in the Layout Operations series. But before we do, I want to announce that my channel now has memberships. Members of the channel will get access to member-only videos, shorts, and photo updates, as well as early access to every new video. I want to make it clear, however, that standard subscribers of this channel will not see any less content than normal. Rather, members will simply receive extra content. I currently have more than 20 videos that I'm editing, many of which are for members. So if you're interested in becoming a member, click the join button on my channel and get access to member-only content. Now, in the last operations video, we followed the manned helpers as they assisted a loaded westbound oil train down the grade all the way from the summit of the pass to Columbia Falls. Today, we turn our attention away from the main line to focus on operations in the yard at Whitefish, Montana. Before we get into it, I encourage you to check the video description for links to the layout track plan and other videos in this operations series. The star of this and the next operations video is the Whitefish-based crew who will man a pair of GP38-2s. The morning shift switches the yard and builds the daily mixed freight bound for Shelby, Montana. Once finished, the Whitefish crew mans the afternoon local, which makes deliveries and pickups at Columbia Falls just a few miles up the line. We will document the local job in the next video. In the yard, our power sits on track number 6 with a string of pickups from yesterday's Columbia Falls local. The yard crew's job will be to build the following train and include the pickups in the final manifest. The far right column lists the blocks that each car is assigned to, and the train needs to be assembled in block order. The CF notation indicates where pickups from Columbia Falls will be placed in the train. Most of these local cars get tacked to the front of the train, but any empty center beams get placed between blocks number 2 and 3 to reduce the risk of stringlining these light cars on the steep grades and tight curvature of the main line. Today, there is only one empty beam car, so the other 5 cars will be placed at the front of the train. The Spokane to Shelby manifest has already pulled into Whitefish, and the road power has cut away. The train is parked on track number 3. New car blocks will be assembled and staged on tracks 4 through 6. To maximize efficiency, it can be advantageous to pull long cuts of cars. In this case, the crew attempts to pull the entire train from track 3 in order to isolate cars assigned to block 4. Sometimes, though, gravity wins. Past the east end of Whitefish Yard, the 1 to 1.5% grade gets the better of this cheap pair, which just barely prevents them from clearing the east switch ladder. After a couple attempts, the decision is made to push back to the yard, shorten the cut, and try again. The now completed Block 4 gets spotted on track number 4, and now the crew will focus on arranging Block 3 on the same track. Okay, so now we got our train set up on tracks 4, 5, and 6 here. You had already seen blocks 3 and 4 that were on track number 4, so that's here. What I've done is added the center beam that came along with our cut of Columbia Falls cars right here. The rest of these are going to be tacked onto the front end of the train, but again, because the light or empty center beams are so light, we put them in the middle of the train. So this is going in front of block 3, which is right here, and then blocks 1 and 2 are on track 5. So we got block 1 right here, and then we've got block 2 starting right here. So it'll be blocks Columbia Fall block, blocks 1 and 2, empty center beam, and then blocks 3 and 4. So basically track 6, then track 4, and then, or sorry, track 6, track 5, and then track 4 is how this train will be assembled once the road power comes over. And you can see that's how it's organized here. Got our Columbia Falls cut first, blocks 1 and 2 that are on track number 5, and then the empty center beam plus blocks 3 and 4 are on track number 4. Now that the Shelby-bound manifest is assembled in block order, a road crew will be called to move the train across the main line. Meanwhile, it's time for the Whitefish crew to run the local up to Columbia Falls, and as mentioned, this operation will be covered in the next video. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.